Hi, I'm Jeremy Ham with social media here at the Ark Encounter, and I am here with Tim Chaffey, the content manager for the attractions, and we are celebrating the 1 year anniversary today. Isn't that right, Tim?
That's right, Jeremy. 1 year we've been open at the Ark Encounter. It's pretty exciting.
So we have a lot of new things that happened over the years, so I just kind of want to tour the Ark and tour the outside grounds and show you everything that's new. So what is behind me, Tim?
What we're looking at right now, if you can see this, is one of the newest places in the Ark or outside of the Ark. This is the West Village, and so as people walk out of the Ark or even as they're coming towards it, they can go in there, they can get there's different snack areas. Eventually we'll have like a fair trade gift shop out here, like we have inside the gift shop. We'll have, I think we're going to have a blacksmith working on different things out here, so there's going to be all sorts of different exhibits, not exhibits, but different attractions, different things to that people can see while they're outside of the Ark.
Cool. Well, hey, let's take a tour, go through the West Village here, and we'll see what's happening. And then as you can see over here, we have the restaurant, Emzar's Kitchen. And then on the right of me is the Ark, of course, and we'll take a better look at that when we get out to the front. But we continue to have busloads of people coming, lots of cars coming. There's thousands of people that are arriving daily.
And off to our right, we can see where the fair trade section is going to be. You can already see some of the handmade baskets that you get from different places that they've been able to purchase in the past in our gift shop, but now there's going to be an extra spot out here with more of the items.
Right. And I've noticed, I mean, since a year, there's a lot more plants that have been planted, and it's really looking beautiful.
Yep, that's something that's going to continue to develop. We'll keep having new, greenery, but for the most part, this is going to be some of the buildings and food shops, those sort of items. You can even get chocolate-covered bananas, which I haven't tried one yet, frozen bananas, but I'll have to try one sometime.
I tell you what, that's sounding really good right now. It's rather hot out here, but it's a nice day as well.
Yep, and we've got some live entertainment that plays here on a regular basis as well. You can snag these guys. Good designers.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
All right.
All right, we have some designers.
We're live right now, so we're gonna. No, come on in.
What? You want us
This
in?
is just Facebook Live. So
Facebook
we've got,
Live.
hey, Facebook Live. This is Doug Henderson. He's the head of all of our artisans, the guys who do all the sculptures and so many of the amazing things. We've got our graphic designer, Humberto Amaro. He's awesome. He's just he's a great guy, great graphic designer. And I don't remember this guy's name. No, that's Alan Green. He's one of our designers as well. He's done so many props and so many exhibits, the kids' spooky walkthrough. So, but they're here walking around on our 1 year anniversary. So we're celebrating 1 year at the Ark Encounter. So, you guys have any?
Happy anniversary, Facebook
You
Live.
guys have any thoughts about what the Ark's been like for 1 year?
It's getting cooler every day.
Yeah.
Although it's hot today. No, it's really getting cooler. And I got to go through with family members that hadn't seen it at all recently. And it was cool to see it through fresh eyes because we're so close to it.
Yep.
And so walking through with seeing it through their eyes, I was blown away by it. I was like, I cannot believe that I got to be a part of this. This is incredible. But any other day, like today when I walk through, I'll be like, oh, that needs to be fit. Oh, that needs to be. But I got that opportunity to see it with fresh eyes like an average person walking through, and I was just floored.
So what are some of the new things that people have been here maybe a year ago and want to come again? What are some of the new things that they might see?
Well, right now they can go through West Village. Have you guys talked about that at all with the new food venues? We're working on East Village. We're working on something we were calling Steely's, though I'm not sure if that's going to still be called that, but they're big monuments that have engravings in them that Alan designed, and then Jeff Meckley sculpted, and a whole bunch of us made the concrete versions that are up there. Right now we're actually cleaning them and sandblasting them. We're getting ready to stain them. And then they're doing some beautiful gardening stuff over there already. Inside the Ark, they've added, since last year, they've added a few new displays. Have you guys talked about that at all today? So the Why the Bible is an incredible exhibit. A friend of ours just went through recently, and I said, what is your favorite thing? And he's a nominal Christian, and he said that was his absolute favorite thing in the whole Ark. That was a big deal.
Cool.
So there's other new stuff. Why don't you guys talk for a minute?
I don't know, we have the Chaffey. So we have new signage that explains more in detail and more facts, more interesting things. Like we have all the animals that probably have been in the Ark, and we have one of our animal experts, Mike Belknap. He did a study, comprehensive study of all the animals. So there is a lot of information there that you will find very cool. And then we have just a couple signs here and there that add to the exhibits. We split the pre-flood exhibit. We made it a little bit bigger and easier for people to go through and more explanation. So there is some new exhibits or maybe additions to the exhibits that we have. Yeah.
So what do you most enjoy working here at the Ark Encounter? What is
Working with Tim.
Oh, of course. I forgot about that one.
Making his stuff look cool. That's what he says. Yeah.
That's his job. He got to make my wording look good.
Yeah, or try to get rid of his words and just add my own words. It's just cool to see, like, you are used to be here all the time, but when somebody else comes by or friends, they visit and they tell you all they saw and how cool it is and all the information, the new information they didn't know about. So that's really rewarding because you are just working, and then seeing all the people here and how interested they are, it's rewarding. Yeah.
So what do you do here?
I'm one of the designers on the design team. All we do, it's a group effort. So from brainstorming exhibits to showing them visually in concept stages to fabricating and installing, we all have a hand in all that stuff.
He's very humble, so he has done more than that.
One thing, these guys are mentioning all the cool new stuff. One minor thing that people may not necessarily notice is there's some new props here that are kind of in the background, but in some of the mezzanine levels on deck 2 and 3. Since we opened on day 1 a year ago, there's been more things that our team have installed just to add to the environment.
Cool. That's a really good point.
Well, thanks, guys. Appreciate stopping, taking the time.
Our pleasure. Thanks, guys. Nice to sweat with you. You're pretty good, Beto.
All right, we'll continue here, show you more of West Village, and then we'll take you in front of the Ark Encounter just to give you a view of what it's like. And then
out to our right, you can see more of the shops that are going in. And so this will be a nice area to come and relax, especially on a day that's a little bit cooler than today.
Right.
Because it's pretty warm right now, but you get shade, and these trees will obviously grow up and provide more shade in the years to come.
And then you get vitamin D as well. That's important.
That's right.
And they have lots of things around here that you can get, whether it be lemonade or, like you mentioned before, those chocolate bananas.
Yep. And we even have a hot dog area and some sandwiches. There's a lot of things that you can get here at what they call Zofar's.
Right. They have flatbread sandwiches and hot dogs and bratwurst. So a lot of new things that have come. I mean, this is new since the Ark has opened.
Yep. And here's Trader Mookie's Crafts. This is another one of the places with the fair trade items. And so maybe for people who don't know, the fair trade items, what they are is they're specialty items that are all handmade, generally by people who are in impoverished areas of the world. And they're done, the people we work with are parts of different ministries that are there to help people out of poverty. So they're earning a living by making these things. They're acquiring skills that they need to provide for their families and everything.
Sure.
So it's taking people who are in very difficult situations and training them and giving them opportunity to succeed economically, but because it's a ministry, there's also the gospel being presented, and so we work closely with them. So when people buy items from the fair trade places, they're supporting those ministries as well. So
making a difference even in that.
Yep.
Let's take a quick peek inside before we go to the front of the Ark, just to see what it's like. There are a lot of cool items that you wouldn't get elsewhere. They're very unique. Each item is handmade, right? So each one can be just that much different.
Yep.
All right, now we're going head in.
Lighting to go.
The lighting may need adjusting.
Air conditioning, I like this.
So again, for those that are just joining us, these are the fair trade items that you can get in the newly opened West Village here at the Ark Encounter. And you can learn more about the fair trade items on arkencounter.com actually. So if you want to visit that, and then if any of you have any questions too about anything, feel free to go ahead and put that in the comments, and we'll answer them here today. So let's go ahead into the front of the Ark, and excuse us. We'll show you what that looks like. So we're just walking through here as we're visiting the Ark Encounter in the West Village. We're going to go to the front of the Ark and give you a view. And again, thousands of people are joining. The tour buses continually arrive up. As you might see here, there's one tour bus right there.
Yeah, we've had, just in the first year, we've had over 1 million visitors come to the Ark Encounter already, and that's also boosted the attendance quite a bit at the Creation Museum, which has seen its best year, even better than the opening year. So combined, we've had well over 1.5 million in the past year at the two venues, and we anticipate next year will be even bigger here at the Ark Encounter, even maybe close to 2 million people coming. So it's pretty exciting. It can be a lot of people, a lot of crowds, but at the same time we're open till late, till about 9 o'clock, and so if you time it right, you can really enjoy your time here.
Right, and a number of questions that we get. We're wheelchair accessible. You can go inside the Ark. They have ramps. Ticket information, you can find that at arkencounter.com, and one of the best deals that you can get is a ticket for 7 days, so you can come back and forth to the Ark Encounter, and also the Creation Museum that's located about 45 minutes north of here. So that's a great deal. And if you only want to come for a few days, they also have a combo ticket that you can get for both the Creation Museum and Ark Encounter. And again, there's a lot of new things that have happened since the year. I mean, you look over there, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's some topiaries there of giraffe.
And Doug mentioned the big monuments or steles that you can see those up above the fence line. There's 6 large stone monuments that kind of give you the biblical account from Genesis 1 all the way up to the flood. So there's one that in pictorial form, it's about the creation of Adam and Eve, then the next one's about the fall, then you have one about Cain and Abel, all the way down to about Noah building the ark.
Right.
But some of the questions people have, Jeremy, what about pets at the Ark Encounter? Do you want to give a quick answer to that?
Oh, pets. So you mean if pets are allowed here or not? For the most part, no, pets are not allowed. The only animals that are allowed are service animals that are certified.
Yeah, they have to be certified, trained, not just what do they call comfort animals?
Yeah, comfort animals. They're not allowed because they're not trained. We don't want to cause an incident where they might be distracted or anything of those nature. So those trained, certified service animals.
But we do allow teenage boys, right?
Yes, I believe we do allow teenage boys.
Okay, even if they're not trained, but they should be.
So we do have a question about any recommendations for places to stay in the area. If you go to arkencounter.com and click places to stay, you'll see our DAT travel provider that we work with, and they can give you recommendations. I do recommend that if you're planning to try to plan ahead as much as possible, because a lot of the hotel area around this area are booked.
Yeah, Dry Ridge is 98% booking 4 months out, so yeah, you've really got to stay on it.
So if you don't have much time to book, there are hotels available. You just might have to have a little bit of a drive, but again, it's really scenic around here anyway.
Yep. And you also pointed out in the East Village the topiaries that you can see over there, and the monuments. There's also going to be some aviaries there as well, 3 different aviaries, and it'll be a big garden area you can walk through as you head up to the entrance to the museum, which is to the Ark, which is off to the right side, which is the stern end of the Ark. So you can see people moving around back behind the Ark into what we call the garden queue, and so people are walking through there, and then they'll go underneath the Ark and then up into it.
And don't forget the zip lines. If you see the tower to the right of the Ark over there, we have zip lines at the Ark Encounter. And what place could you go to zip line right next to Noah's Ark? I mean, that's pretty spectacular and very unique.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Jeremy, I think that first tower is like 80 feet tall or 85 feet tall.
Right.
And you get to jump off you get to leave that tower, and then you go over a valley that's like almost 100 feet down. So you're almost 200 feet above the ground at certain points. So if you're afraid of heights, don't look down, just do it, and you can scream if you want, but it's a lot of fun.
And also consider the free fall. They have a free fall experience there on that tower as well, so that's pretty cool as well.
Yeah. So there is always a lot to do here at the Ark Encounter, and we're continuing to add more things it seems like every single day there's new things popping in. And like some of our designers said, just the different, Alan pointed out the different props, and he is very humble about what he does. I call him the doodler. And it's because when we tell him to work on a design, it's like 5 minutes later he got it done, and he's so fast and quick, and he comes up with things that are really clever. You know, when you go underneath the ark, all the props, he's done nearly all of those things, and then we have a fabrication team that builds them. So those guys, it's incredible what they are capable of doing.
And then we have some questions about campgrounds in the area. We do have some campgrounds in the area, some state parks and all that too. I think of one, Big Bone Lick State Park. They have that, and they have a campground there.
What, is that about 25, 30 minutes away?
Yeah, and it's a beautiful area, and they even have some nice attractions there at the park too. So.
Well, they even have that's where a whole bunch of Ice Age fossils were found, right? Like mammoths and things like that. So you get to view some of those things.
I think they have some live buffalo. Is that right?
Might be. I haven't been there.
I believe so. So anyway, if you have any other questions, feel free to put it in the comments and we'll reply later. And then also, again, go to arkencounter.com for any of your questions. They'll be answered there as well. So thanks again for joining us, Tim, and thanks again for joining us. All right.